Good afternoon, my YouTube friends. We are somewhere in Denmark in a forest, and I don't know where exactly, and I don't. If I knew, I wouldn't know how to pronounce it. So we're probably gonna stay the night here. It's not allowed, but we taken the liberty to park into the forest because then we would be shielded a little bit from the wind. And you guys still have a room tour coming, a tour of the house from Lars, the Nomadic Dane. And so today we're going to do the tour of the Raven. And now I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll let Lars just introduce himself real quick, and then we're going to do a tour of the Raven. Hello there, neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
Yeah, like I just said, I wanted to ask to just introduce yourself real short, and then we're gonna show the people your living situation.
Yeah, exactly. Well, my name is Lars, and I got the YouTube channel, the Nomadic Dane, and well, this is my house. And well, if anyone should know, I'm from Denmark.
Okay, yes, now we're gonna do a little tour of the house, and yeah, let's, like always, just ring the bell and we're gonna go into the hallway.
Yeah, well, the Raven is a Volkswagen Chiron, and it's kind of small to for a full-time vehicle. But it's big enough, you know. When it really comes to it, you don't need a lot of room. So I find it's plenty of space for me. Well, the front door, you said. This is obviously the front and the passenger side, and as you can see, my passenger is a cool box.
Okay.
It's a 12 volt cool box, and. On this trip I found out that if I want to run it all the time, I need one more battery. I do have a I believe it is 110 amp hour AGM battery that charges when I drive. The problem on this trip today was that we didn't drive long enough for it to fully charge. So and now I've been working on the computer as well, and so but yeah, I think I need another 100 amp hours. Normal days it's enough because I drive a lot because of my job. But anyway, but yeah, this was and as I say, got my cool box, and obviously the other side, the driver's seat, and it's very comfortable car.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, it's like driving a normal family car.
Yeah. And every nook and crack is used.
Well, yeah, obviously. The yellow bag down on the floor is my laundry bag, and as you can see, there's bottles of water, and the box down there is part of. Well, I guess we could kind of take that when we do the interview afterwards. But that's the thing about camper vans in Denmark. There's a lot of rules and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Now we move on to the back.
So now we move into the house as such. You could say the front, that's the driving. But yeah, this is the house, and well, my living room here, my recliner.
Yeah.
And behind that my bed, and in the very back my kitchen.
Okay.
And it does look messy, but actually it's not.
It's with a system, they say.
Yeah, yes. And
there you got a foot for the table.
yeah, that's true. I got the leg here and the table itself right there.
Yeah, that's
so that's my
perfect.
dining table, my computer table, my whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so this is part of the original camping try again. This is the original camper equipment. It's part of the original camper equipment in this car, and that's actually the only part of the original camper equipment that I use.
Yeah. So the rest is just
The rest to make the tax department happy.
because it has to.
It has to be there. And as you say, every nook and cranny is used. Here behind the table, I got my my window covers.
Yeah.
And down here I got my voltmeter, so I can see how much charge I got on my battery, which is placed here behind the voltmeter. So, and yeah, my bed, again, those funny rules. I'm just gonna move this out of the way, then you can see. That's the
that's
back
another
seats.
chair.
Yeah, and they have to be there according to the rules.
Okay.
So I put my mattress on top of that, and then in the back I made a bed.
Yeah.
So my bed is partly the chairs, the back of the chairs, and the part that I made.
Yeah.
As is now, it's only 50 centimeters wide, but this can pull out, so it can actually become a meter wide.
Okay.
So,
but then you'll have to remove some stuff.
Then I will have to remove some stuff and put it in the front.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's cool. And I believe we're also looking into your tiny room.
My tiny room.
I see the toilet situation. I believe.
Yeah. Well, you're right about that.
And
That's
a bin for
my bin and my toilet.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Multi-purpose.
Yeah,
multi-purpose. That's what we need, and especially in a tiny vehicle like this.
Yeah.
So,
you just have to work with the space you've got.
Exactly.
And
that is also the reason why I have not made a permanent kitchen in this vehicle, because it would just take up too much space.
Yeah.
It kind of have to be a up and down kitchen, you know.
Yeah.
So
be able to put it up and take it down as you need it.
Exactly. This here is actually my tap.
Oh, the water.
So, but because the pump is too powerful, I got the water jug down here. But because the pump is too powerful, when I want to use water, I put it into the bottle and then use it from there.
Yeah.
And I got the electric pump, and here's the switch for it. I won't flick it on, because then I'm gonna get a wet bed.
You want that?
No, we don't want the bed to be wet. And obviously, the pump and everything electric is from the house battery, not the car battery. The starter battery is...
It's separate.
Separate, yeah. Well, the back end. Oh, first of all.
Yeah, of course. I'll put a link in and everything in. But
exactly.
Yeah.
And I just fiddled around with the help of Maurice to get the kayak far enough forward so I won't smash my back window.
Yeah, we can actually do the tour now.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing, before the kayak was too far back. So, but yeah, I got this here can be removed.
Nope.
Oh, it's right there.
It can't go far.
My inverter and everything is, and that's, you see, that's another part of the rules with Danish campers. This here, this metal box, is the original kitchen in the Raven, and it has to be there. I cannot remove it. because if I remove it and I'm pulled over by the police or the tax department, I'll have to pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it has to be there, and it's useless, completely useless. So my kitchen table. That is my kitchen table. And then of course I got a chopping board, and I got my I got a chopping board, and I got my stove.
Yeah.
And well, I can stand here and cook, and then I will put the stove. I take the metal plate from before my dining table and put it on top here, and then I can put the stove on top of that, and then I can stand here and cook.
Yeah, maybe when you're gonna cook a bit later, we can just take a quick quick peek about how everything is set up.
Everything works,
yeah.
And I use a lot of these crates, the big and the small ones, and they're good for so many things, and they're very strong, and then this is actually my kitchen sink, and I never used it. So I put a lot of stuff in it, and
But now you've got that crate to just organize everything. Kitchen is now together.
Exactly. Basically kitchen and toothbrush and stuff like that. Yeah, but that's true. I didn't have this crate before, and I decided that all this stuff would just pile up here. So I got one more of these crates, and then I can put all the stuff in there, and it's easy to remove and put. You know.
And you don't have to take everything out because you need something from the bottom.
Exactly. And here under the bed is my pantry.
Yeah.
You know. So, and I put this floor because originally it was a carpet, and those crates, they don't slide at all on the carpet, and I couldn't pull them out.
Now it looks like vinyl,
Yeah, it is vinyl flooring. It looks like the diamond plate, but it's just vinyl.
Hang on, the sun is. I gotta go to this side.
And actually, here's my heating for now. This winter.
Oh yeah.
I've been just using this.
Yeah, we actually used it when I just arrived in Denmark. We had it on one night in the van, and it was quite toasty, I must say. So
and
works well.
Obviously works with one of these small
gas bottles,
butane gas bottles, and it works fine. And it actually got a safety feature, so if there's not enough oxygen, in other words, if there are too much bad gases in the room, then it turns off. And then I need to air the car out before I can turn it back on.
But that's done. You just open up the doors and
for 2 minutes, and it's actually
gone. Yeah, of course.
And one of my dear friends gave me a good idea. I heard about it. White vinegar and water for doing the dishes.
And that works well for you?
Oh yeah, it does. I had heard about it, and I was like, I'm not sure I believe that. So I didn't go for it. And then, Maurice, you showed me that it worked. So now I got that too. Well, that's the whole thing about meeting other van dwellers or full-timers, that we can help each other.
Yeah, of course.
That we can exchange good ideas.
Yeah, I always learn very fast that just ask questions and talk to people, and you can learn something from everyone. There's always something to learn.
That's right. So,
did we forget anything, Lars?
This here.
Oh
you can see. When I remove this box, if I want to sleep big, I will put this box in the front, and then I can make the bed 75 centimeters instead of 50. And that is the other part of the bed. And I just kind of squeeze it in between stuff so it stays where it's supposed to. But I believe there's only storage under the bed, obviously. Now it's only my pantry here in the back, and in the middle and the front is the clothes. I believe the only thing Well, yeah. Obviously, when you want to live this way and you got the extra battery, you also need a place to plug in stuff. And as I say, everything I plug into the house battery. So down here I got the thing with 3 connectors for the cigarette plug and 2 USB. And that actually works very good.
Yeah.
I could do with some more USBs, but well, it's okay. You know, and it's kind of in the middle, so I can use it when I drive to plug my phone or whatever I need to plug in, and yeah.
Yeah, you can reach it from the back, and
yeah, exactly.
even when you're in bed, so it's yeah.
And here's my internet.
Oh yeah, that's
obviously being a YouTuber, you know.
Yeah.
I actually bought this on Amazon. Big surprise for the Americans. No, it's Amazon England, Amazon UK. I bought this, and it's very good.
Yeah, I've got one of those myself.
Yeah.
And I must say, I haven't used it here in Denmark because yeah, there's quite fast Wi-Fi in several places. But now in the last few days I could do with a bit extra data. But yeah, I'm not gonna buy a SIM card now.
No.
So, but they are yeah, they're really great. And you just go to yeah, you use it here in your own country. But when you go abroad, it's very simple to just put in another SIM card and use it.
Exactly.
So that's and one more thing, you're driving around with
driving around
a kayak,
a boat on the roof. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking you use that just for fun, or
I like kayaking.
Yeah.
And it is just for, well, I guess a bit of exercise and also the whole nature experience in paddling a kayak in the fjords, and I would like to sail on the west, you know, on the North Sea here at the west coast. But when we were there, the waves were just way too big, and I'm not that brave, and especially not this early in the year. So
now the water is. I can attest to that. I went there with my feet. It's yeah, I think 11, 12 degrees, something like that.
And that's quite a long way away from the temperature I'm going in.
Because what do you always say, Lars?
I say if it's colder than 25 degrees, it's for drinking, not swimming.
I think there are a lot of people out there that will agree with you.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. But the funny part is when I'm in my kayak, this kayak is extremely stable. I've actually never tipped it. Even I was on the north coast of Zealand, up at Hornbeck, where we also went, and the waves were quite big, and I could still manage to keep it upright.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
It's and I'm not that experienced in kayaking, but you know, it's easy to use this one. And of course, when you got the kayak, you also need the paddles. And
yeah, where did you actually store them?
They are stored in here.
Ah, let's see.
Under
the bed. Yeah, yeah.
And it does take. I need to open both the front and the back to get them kind of, you know. But yeah, they're just hidden away in there. I showed you the window covers, but when I want to sleep, I don't cover the front window. I leave the cap, you could say, as is. But then I use this
a blackout curtain.
Yeah, well, a blanket.
Yeah.
And I hang it from because I have the pop-up top. This here can lift. So I can just squeeze it in between this plate and the ceiling. And then I squeeze it in between the door and the rubber seal here. So so that actually covers the whole area and close it off, so I have privacy in the back of the.
Well, you never use the pop up like that, don't you?
popped it since I bought the car. I popped the roof 2 times. One time just to see it myself, and another time to make a video to show people how ridiculous made it is.
I'll put a link to that video in too, because it really is. It's just for tax purposes. It's a really, I can say it's a ridiculous system. It's not made for use. It's just
not at all.
So the car can pass the regulations put in place. And
the reason why this car is made as a camper is tax purpose. Nothing else. Because in Denmark we pay, well, when this car was new, we paid 180% tax on a vehicle. But a camper, you only paid 60%.
That's quite a difference.
Exactly. So that's why this model was made as camper. And everything there, the kitchen, the pop-up roof, everything is made for that purpose only, not for being used. It's ridiculous the way it's made, but well, it made the car cheaper. And you could say I didn't have any advantage, you could say, about that, because I bought the car second hand. It was a little bit cheaper than if I had bought it without being a camper. But then when it's a camper, there's a lot of rules about all that equipment needing to be there. I just want to show you one of the ridiculous parts of the camper equipment. And the air pump for the air beds, there are actually 3, they have to be sleeping room for 4 people in this. And there will be 2 people upstairs and 2 people down here.
So 2 people need to go up on this?
On top of this. I am 100% sure if I climb up there, the thing will come down. I have no doubt. So that would need to be little kids who sleep up there. And then the fact that those 3 chairs have to be there. How the...
a camper,
Can you then sleep 2 people down here when those seats have to be there? It's just ridiculous. But,
and with a 4-person camper, you would say 4 chairs would be enough, but you need
that too.
you need 3 in the back. So
But
no,
it's just I just kind of shake my hand and shake my head and say, well, okay, whatever.
Okay.
But I like it. It's a very nice car. I like Volkswagen. Strong and reliable. And very comfortable. Really is. And big enough.
So that's the Raven. Lars is home. Well, Lars, I really want to thank you for this tour of your home.
You're welcome.
And I'll put all the links and stuff in below, so people can subscribe to your channel if they haven't already, and check that out, and also the other video of the pop-up roof. So and then we are gonna do an interview, but that's gonna be another video. So I would say like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in another video. And like promised, we're gonna take a sneak peek at Lars's kitchen setup, because he's actually cooking now. So, so you can see that in action. The kitchen he told us about. You see the tabletop with the cooker on top. His veggie meat. Cutting board.
Because I don't do a lot of preparation with this meal, I just put my chopping board. I don't put the tabletop. But it's not really needed. Just gonna have potato salad and vegetarian steaks.
Okay.
I think I'm running out of...
that's the thing. When we were cooking, those things tend to run out.
Well, luckily we got
New ones. Yeah, you always need to have a few of those as backup. So,
Yeah.
well, Lars, thank you. We
You're welcome.
you could take a sneak peek while you're cooking.
Yeah.